Hello and welcome back to Sedgwick Attacks. We are up to the 6 p.m. turn 7 of 9, and this is the Blind Swords edition from Revolution Games. So, where we left off was both the Union and Confederates were pushing to try to take the improved trench line that runs north to south right across here, as you can see. Union was successful to the very north. They were limited successful to the south, but got pushed back by Wolford's men, and subsequently had to pull back. And you can see they're shaken, and a few are disordered back here as well. So we're going to have to figure out that. Confederates at the same time, same thing, shaken and broken units in the rear hexes. So it's going to be an interesting turn to see who can win the battle of the Salem Church, whether one side's troops can recover quicker than the others and be able to get in position to push the other one out. So let's get to it. The chits are in the cup, and we move on to the artillery phase. We're going to have some Union movement now. We're going to see Rigby move down the road a little bit, and then we're also going to see Confederate artillery moving up. We're going to see Parson moving up, and we're going to see Confederates moving up again, once again to hold that critical location of Salem Church. Okay, so we've got all artillery up. Notice they're massing up here to the just to the north of the road, expecting that attack to come across the same location that it came through before. And then we get to, oops, got a little bit fast here. Yeah, we get to our randomized dice rolls. Go through those quickly here, and then we get the first one is going to be McLaw's, and he does activate. So he's going to pick up Wolford to attack. So Wolford's right here in the middle of the battle, so they win the initiative for this particular phase, and this is going to allow them to first off take shots. 24th and Phillips Legion are going to take shots at the 96 New York and 122nd New York. And let's see what happens over here. So the first dive, they do get a hit, and then they do get a 34, which I think it was a tough hit, and it makes them battle worn with a morale hit of 2 on the 96th PA, I believe it was there. Let's see how it goes here. So yep, they go with battle worn, and they get the morale hit, and they retreat back. So that was the firing on them, and now the movement. So here comes Cobb's Legion up to attack the 121st New York, as well as the 18th moving back to reorganize, and the 16th swinging around here as well. So here's the attack. It's going to be on the 121st New York, and they're going to first get defensive fire, firing at Cobb's Legion there, and they miss. Well, they actually get a hit, but it results in a miss. And then the Confederates roll, and they get a 1-2, which is a close fight, and then they get a retreat 2 on 121st New York. Alright, and the 24th got a depletion. They flipped the battle worn. So they were able to get the jump on the Union, and 121st had to fall back. But at the same time, they took some casualties. The 24th Georgia took some casualties in the attack. So slight victory for them, but not enough to really push forward beyond their improved fortifications. Next one out is Sedgwick. He activates, and he's going to get Brown to defend. Now the logic behind this is that Brown needs to get some units back in good order. And we also need to move up here because you notice this location, this Victory Hook's location, is open. So we're going to try to move up to contend this a little bit. So first off, we're going to get some movement. They move up, and he's going to move back, and these guys are going to move up a little bit, push back the skirmishers again. And then ultimately, it's going to be that morale hit coming off of the 2nd New Jersey. So that puts them in position to contest that hex, victory hex right there. Okay, next we've got Wilcox. Wilcox activates, and he's going to get his brigade to attack. So now that they've moved up, that has pushed them into attack. They're first going to have the 9th and I believe it's the 14th Alabama taking a shot at the 11th Alabama, excuse me, taking a shot at those units that just moved up, 1st and 3rd New Jersey. They roll a 42 and then a 46, which results in a morale hit and a retreat 2. So they're going to fall back to there. And now here they come with a close assault. And I'm going to shift over some more units to potentially recover. And now here's going to be the assault. So it's going to be all 3 of those units, 14th, 11th, and 9th Alabama going against the 3rd New Jersey. They roll a 1-3, that's going to be a close fight, and then a 43, or excuse me, Union, sorry, back that up a minute. Union defensive fire is a miss, and then they get a 43 for a hit, I believe. But then it's just a 1-1, which is a morale hit, and battle worn on the Confederates. So that backfires a little bit for them, and the 1st and the 3rd New Jersey remains in line. Okay, so the Union's holding out over there, but they need reinforcements desperately to get up there and stop these counterattacks. Next one is going to be a CSA JIT. It's going to be a rally. They're going to get one of Mahone's units back in place, so that gives them a fighting force, even more so that the Union needs fresh units up there. And he has to move out because he's overstacked now. Stacking is 12. He plus the 6th Virginia make 13. Next is Fog of War. Rolls a 4, which is going to be Wayward Confederate Movement, which we're going to put Phillips Legion back. And now it's a USA Command Chit, which is held. Another one, again, which is held. Now we've got Fortunes of War. It's a USA Command Chit. That comes out, it's no good. So now we've got McLaws, and he tries to activate, fails, and he is going to activate, he's already activated Wolford, so it's going to be Semmes activating here. He's down in here, so he's not moving at all. Next, we've got McLaws again. Oh, he fails again. And this time it's going to be Kershaw down to the south. He's not going to activate. Next, we're going to get a USA Command Chit. Oh, sorry. Semmes. Kershaw actually fired. That's what that roll was. He actually fired these 8th South Carolinian stack and the 3rd South Carolinian Battalion at the 139 and missed. Then we get a USA Command Chit, which is an event. It's a rally. So Bartlett's unit, that's going to be, oh, I forget what that one unit is, but we'll see here in a minute. He's going to get rid of his morale hits. 96 BA, there we go. So there is morale hits. And then we've got Wilcox. He fails. So that's a CNC chit, so he fails, so he doesn't get to activate anybody. And then we've got Brooks. He activates, and it's going to be Brown. I believe Brown is going to attack. I believe, let me just do a check here. No, Brown's actually going to defend. So he's good. The 3rd New Jersey, he's going to take a shot at these guys right in front of him. And let's see here. There we go. Oh, that's a hit. I think that's a tough hit, and that's going to be a broke check. And he fails, so he is broken. And he goes back. Now we're going to move units up and look to attack. So, 2nd New Jersey, or excuse me, 23rd New Jersey and 2nd New Jersey move up, and then the 15th move up to push back again to the north. The 1st New Jersey moves back to attempt to recover, potentially the next turn. Okay, now we move on to the attack, and oh, excuse me, that was a defend, wasn't it? I'm sorry, that was just a defend, not an attack. There we go. So now it's Brooks' division again. This is going to be Bartlett now. He's down here, and he's going to regroup. Remember, with the rally, we got him going already. We're going to try to get the 96th back in good order so that we can have Bartlett's units potentially getting back into the fight next turn. And he regroups, and he's going to do roll 4 or less. Rolls a 1. He's in good shape. Alright, so Bartlett is recovered. They'll be able to get into the attack again down in the center. And then the 96 has to move off, of course, because they're overstacked. Okay, so next we have there we go. Next chit is going to be USA Command chit. It's held, and then we've got Brooks again. He rolls a 4, and that's going to be Russell to maneuver. So Russell is going to maneuver, and the Confederates play a Union fatigue. Now the reason why he's maneuvering is because he has his reinforcements here. He's trying to pull them up. So they roll a 2 and a 5, so that's going to be a morale hit, and they're going to get 5 points of movement. So the 49th PA takes the morale hit. The rest of the guys move up the road as far as they can. So we'll get them up there. There we go. So that's pretty much all of Brooks. And now we go back to Claus for the last one there, and he fails. So that's going to be Mahone. He fails to attack. So that leaves the Union in good position over the entrenchments up to the north. And now Newton is pulled. And he rolls a 1. So that's going to be Wheaton to defend. So that's going to allow us to recover the morale on the, was it the 102nd PA, I believe that was. We'll see here in a moment. But we're going to get a little bit of shooting first. And they're going to, the 139 PA is going to shoot at the 8th South Carolina. They roll a 51. It's a hit. So that's going to be a retreat and a shaken marker on them. And then he's going to move back. Then Wheaton, the other one's going to move back. And then get rid of their, or reduce their morale from disrupted to shaken. Alright, Newton again, he's the last chit in the cup. This is going to be for Brown with an E. These guys up here, he activates. Brown chooses attack. He's going to move them up. First off, there's nobody to shoot at because it was not adjacent. There was no, didn't have any range on anybody. So he's just going to move up into the little ravine here to position to get that victory hex. And oh, he actually charges. I forgot about that. He actually attacks Wolford's units here. It's a tough attack. I don't know. We'll see how it happens. But the Confederate shoots. He rolls a 53 and then a 63. 53, which missed him. So then we get the Union attack, which is a 63, which is a hit, and then a 42, which will push them off, I believe. No, that was actually a break test. So he did roll a break test, and he's okay. He gets a morale hit though, and then he's got to retreat. So they did break through, but they do survive. So now Brown, Second Rhode Island moves up into that position to break through again. So they've got a nice toehold to the south here, but it's dubious because you've got the Confederate units right around them. We need to get Bartlett and or Russell up there to support him. Okay, then we've got a firefight up here to the north. The 23rd is going to try to take on the 14th Alabama, and they take a shot and they miss. 14th Alabama fires back, and they get a 53. That's a hit, morale hit, and a retreat too. So that didn't work out too well for the Union. And that was the only held jet played, and then we go to the end of the turn. That's it. We move to the 6:20 turn. So at the end of the 6 p.m. turn, we have a, I won't say significant, but a good breakthrough here for the Union around this victory hex here at 2414. If they can push through there and get Bartlett and Russell up in here as well as Brown, that could be the turning point of the game. But we still have 2 turns left. Confederates still have a force on the field, although somewhat banged up and shaken. There's still something to contend with, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. To the south, not much has happened. Wheaton has pulled back, trying to recover. Kershaw's been kind of stuck over here, so we'll see if that continues on to next turn, or if Kershaw can attack. The Union has moved up artillery, and there's going to be some more artillery coming in. I think it's it's the next turn. Here it comes, coming down the road here as well to try to bolster the attack on the Confederate line here. So that's it for the 6 p.m. turn. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Always look forward to seeing that. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.